Many people believe that to stay fit and healthy, they need a gym membership, rows of fancy equipment, and hours of structured exercise every day. But for many Americans over 50, the thought of going to a gym feels inconvenient, intimidating, or simply unappealing. The truth is, staying active doesn't have to mean lifting heavy weights under bright lights or running endlessly on a treadmill. Movement is movement, and the human body thrives when we find ways to weave it naturally into our everyday lives. If you've ever felt guilty for not going to the gym, I want to lift that weight off your shoulders today. Your health is not defined by a building filled with machines. It's defined by how you move, how often you move, and how consistent you are. Let's start by understanding why movement matters more than the setting. After 50, muscle mass naturally begins to decline, joints can feel stiffer, and balance may not be as sharp as it once was. But the good news is, our bodies are incredibly adaptable. Even small bursts of movement can signal your muscles, bones, and heart to stay strong. You don't need to push yourself to exhaustion to make a difference. What matters most is frequency and consistency. Think about movement like a savings account. Every small deposit adds up over time, whether that's taking the stairs, stretching in the morning, or dancing while you cook dinner. I remember meeting Linda, a 62-year-old retired teacher. She told me she had never liked gyms. Instead, she began walking her dog twice a day, doing light stretching before bed, and tending to her garden for an hour every afternoon. After a year, she noticed she was not only stronger and more flexible but also happier. Her doctor even reduced her blood pressure medication. This is the beauty of movement. It's not just physical, it's emotional. Your body thanks you, but so does your mind. The first step is to change the way we think about exercise. Instead of seeing it as a chore or a separate part of your life, try to see it as something that naturally belongs in your day. This could mean taking a 5-minute stretch break every hour you're sitting. It could mean parking a little farther from the store and walking the extra steps. It could mean standing while you talk on the phone, swaying gently to keep your legs engaged. None of these require special clothes, memberships, or equipment, just the willingness to choose movement when you have the chance. You might be wondering if small movements can really make a difference. Especially compared to a structured workout, research tells us they absolutely can. In fact, studies show that breaking activity into short, manageable chunks can be just as beneficial for older adults as longer exercise sessions, especially when it comes to maintaining mobility, improving circulation, and supporting heart health. The beauty is that you're in control. You can tailor your activities to match your interests, your body, and your lifestyle. One man I worked with, George, age 71, hated exercise but loved fixing things around the house. He decided to make home projects his workout: painting a fence, cleaning the gutters, rearranging furniture. Over time, his grip strength improved, his back pain decreased, and he lost nearly 15 pounds without ever stepping inside a gym. For some, movement may be as simple as putting on your favorite music and dancing for a song or two. For others, it might be learning a new hobby like tai chi or light gardening. The most important thing is to choose activities you enjoy, because joy fuels consistency. If you dread an activity, you're less likely to stick with it. If you look forward to it, it becomes part of your life's rhythm. So, as we move forward, think about the moments in your day when you could sneak in a little extra movement. You might be surprised at how quickly it adds up and how much better you feel, not just in your body, but in your energy, your mood, and even your confidence. When you begin looking for opportunities to move, your world starts to open up in ways you might not expect. Everyday tasks transform into health-boosting moments, and the line between exercise and life disappears. Take walking, for example. It is one of the simplest, safest, and most effective forms of physical activity for people over 50. And it can be done almost anywhere. You don't need a treadmill. You have sidewalks, parks, grocery store aisles, and even your own hallway. The key is to make walking intentional. If you already walk to get from point A to point B, see if you can add just a little more distance or pick up the pace. Consider turning your walk into a social event. Invite a friend, a neighbor, or a family member to join you. Walking with others not only makes the time pass quickly but also strengthens your social connections, which are vital for mental and emotional well-being. Another wonderful way to integrate activity into your day is through household chores. It may not sound glamorous, but vacuuming, sweeping, scrubbing the counters, and even folding laundry all engage your muscles, improve your range of motion, and get your heart rate up. When you shift your perspective, you start to see these moments not as tedious duties, but as mini workouts disguised as productivity. Gardening is another beautiful example. Planting, digging, pulling weeds, and carrying watering cans work your arms, legs, and core, while also connecting you to nature, a powerful stress reliever. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s maintain incredible vitality simply by tending to their yards and gardens each week. If you prefer something with a bit more rhythm, consider dancing. You don't need to be a professional or even good at it. Dancing in your living room, even for just 10 minutes, can raise your heart rate, improve balance, and spark joy. Music has a way of unlocking movement that feels effortless and fun. For those who like a bit more structure, chair exercises can be a fantastic option. These are especially useful if you have balance concerns or joint pain. You can perform seated leg lifts, arm circles, or gentle twists to keep your muscles active without straining your body. There are countless free videos online designed for older adults, offering guided sessions you can follow right from your living room. Don't overlook the power of stretching and flexibility work. After 50, maintaining range of motion is just as important as building strength. Gentle morning stretches, yoga poses, or even standing on your toes while brushing your teeth can help keep your joints supple and reduce stiffness. A woman I know, Maria, age 68, began a simple routine of stretching every morning for 5 minutes. Over time, she noticed she could reach higher shelves without discomfort and bend down to tie her shoes with ease. These are small victories that add up to a more independent, comfortable life. The important thing is to match your activities to your current abilities while gently challenging yourself. If walking for 10 minutes feels manageable, try 12 next week. If you can comfortably do 5 wall push-ups, aim for 6. Progress doesn't have to be fast, it just has to be steady. And remember, movement is not a punishment for what you ate or a chore to check off your list. It's a gift you give your body, a way of saying, I care about you. By reframing it this way, you take away the pressure and replace it with purpose. I often encourage people to think of their daily movements as investment minutes. Every time you choose to stand instead of sit, to walk instead of drive a short distance, to take the stairs instead of the elevator, you are making a deposit into your health account. Over weeks, months, and years, these deposits grow into noticeable strength, endurance, and vitality. In the next part, we'll talk about how to create a personal plan that keeps you active without ever stepping foot in a gym, and how to overcome the biggest obstacles that tend to hold people back. Creating your own activity plan outside of a gym begins with one simple question: what do you enjoy, or at least what feels doable? Start by listing activities you already like: gardening, walking, swimming, dancing, even playing with your grandchildren. These are your foundation. Next, think about when you have natural breaks in your day. If mornings are quiet, that's your time. If evenings feel less rushed, make that your movement window. The goal is to attach activity to an existing routine so it becomes automatic. For example, you might decide that every morning after your first cup of coffee, you take a 10-minute walk. Or that every evening before bed, you do a few gentle stretches. This connection to an existing habit makes it easier to stick with. Now let's address the obstacles, because they will come. The first is time. Many people believe they are too busy, but often it's a matter of priorities. The truth is, you don't need an hour all at once. Break it up: 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Those short bursts add up and keep your body engaged throughout the day. Second obstacle is motivation. There will be days you don't feel like moving, and that's normal. On those days, tell yourself, just start. Commit to 2 minutes of movement often. Once you begin, you'll naturally want to continue. The third obstacle is physical discomfort. If pain or stiffness is holding you back, choose low-impact options like swimming, water aerobics, or cycling on a stationary bike. Even gentle range-of-motion exercises can help ease discomfort over time. Always listen to your body and adjust as needed. Remember, movement should challenge you but never harm you. Surround yourself with support. Tell friends or family about your goal to stay active without a gym. Invite them to join you. Accountability can be a powerful motivator. Some people like to keep a simple log, just a notebook where you jot down what you did each day. Seeing your progress in writing reinforces your efforts and shows you how far you've come. Don't underestimate the mental and emotional benefits of daily movement. Beyond strengthening muscles and improving heart health, activity releases endorphins, natural mood boosters. Many people report sleeping better, thinking more clearly, and feeling less anxious when they stay active. These benefits are just as important as the physical ones, especially as we age. Let me share one last story. I worked with Tom, a 75-year-old widower who felt lonely and sluggish after retiring. The idea of joining a gym didn't appeal to him. So we focused on activities he enjoyed: walking to the local coffee shop, volunteering to help set up chairs at his community center, and doing light resistance exercises with soup cans at home. Over time, his posture improved, his energy returned, and he began making new friends along the way. Tom told me, "I thought I was just moving my body, but I ended up moving my whole life forward." That's the real reward. Movement has a way of opening doors, not just in our health but in our relationships, our mood, and our sense of purpose. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 7 days, look for every opportunity to move. Take the stairs, do a few stretches while you wait for the kettle to boil, walk an extra lap around the block, or put on your favorite song and dance. Don't worry about perfection, focus on consistency. 1 week from now, you may already feel more energized, more confident, and more connected to your body. Staying active without a gym is not only possible, it can be more enjoyable and sustainable than any membership. When movement becomes a natural part of your day, you no longer need to make time for exercise because you're living it. And that is how you protect your health, your independence, and your joy well into your 50s, 60s, and beyond. Your body was made to move. And it will thank you every single day you choose to honor that truth.